Sami Zayn is the new United States champion, and people are not happy about it at all. In case you somehow managed to miss it, on the most recent episode of Friday Night SmackDown, we saw Sami Zayn defeat Carmelo Hayes and claim the United States Championship with some help from Trick Williams. And as I just mentioned, people are not happy with the decision at all. So of course, today's video, we're going to be talking all about Sami Zayn winning the United States Championship, why it is just such a bizarre decision, and where it could lead as we head closer to WrestleMania. Real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So let's start with Carmelo Hayes and why I think it is a bad decision to have Carmelo Hayes losing the United States Championship, especially the way he did. Melo was doing a phenomenal job carrying the United States Championship, continuing on the United States Open Challenge, and it just feels weird that all of a sudden, this close to WrestleMania, all of that hard work is gone. Carmelo Hayes put in incredible work carrying that title, and he deserved to carry it on to WrestleMania. Now, there is the rumor going around right now that the reason why Carmelo lost the title is because he's going on his honeymoon with Kalani Jordan. And I understand maybe not wanting to have him not be on TV with the title, but I also don't feel like that should have been the reason why he lost. Again, Carmelo was doing such a good job with the United States Championship, carrying on the legacy of the Open Challenge along with it, putting on amazing matches on a weekly basis. And I really did think that they were telling a super interesting story between him and Ilya Dragunov. And whether we get a continuation of that or some sort of variant of that story, I hope that they just don't abandon it like they sometimes like to do. And I also just don't think it made a whole lot of sense in how he lost the title. Getting cheap shotted by Trick Williams, Sami Zayn capitalizing on that opportunity, it just didn't sit right with me. Having a guy that did so much for that title, having him lose it in such an unceremonious way, just didn't land well with me. Now, switching on to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn has been in such a weird position for what feels like going on months now. It feels like he has been teetering on the edge of turning heel, and then all of a sudden he's right back to a babyface. Obviously, there is such a thing as being a tweener character where someone does walk that line of being a heel or a babyface, but I don't think that necessarily works for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, in my opinion, either has to be a full-blown babyface or a full-blown heel. And they tried it with the full-blown babyface. It worked for a little bit, but ultimately people just lost interest super quick. Which is concerning because Sami Zayn is such a popular roster member amongst fans. But now, all of that hype around Sami Zayn has seemingly disappeared. But Sami's journey to this point has just been so weird. And him saying that he's going to be going after Cody Rhodes and the Universal Championship, to then going and winning the United States Championship, creating the United States Open Challenge, and then him being on this kind of weird roller coaster type thing where he delivers these heelish sounding segments and then the very end of them he apologizes. It just does not make sense for Sami Zayn. Now, the one bright spot that does come out of this whole thing is Trick Williams is getting a title match for that United States Championship at WrestleMania. And that, I think we can all agree, is a win in itself. Trick Williams deserves a shot at WrestleMania with how popular he has become, how much he has just burst onto the scene, raring and ready to go, just like I feel like we all kind of knew he was going to be. I talked about it with Obafemi in a recent video about how this felt like it was WWE's chance to catch lightning in a bottle with Obafemi and his popularity. I feel like the same type of thing can be said for Trick Williams here. And if Trick Williams does go on to WrestleMania and beat Sami Zayn, that would be a very big moment for Trick Williams. And I ultimately feel like it would be the right decision given just how negative fans have been over Sami winning the title back in the first place. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, I would love it to be a triple threat between Carmelo, Sami, and Trick. Given how we saw that match end on Friday Night SmackDown with Trick Williams getting involved, unintentionally or intentionally, however you want to look at it, hitting Carmelo Hayes, costing Carmelo the match, I feel like that would open the door so easily for a triple threat match. And you can't sit there and not tell yourself that a triple threat match between Carmelo, Sami, and Trick wouldn't be fantastic. And if Trick Williams is to go on to WrestleMania and defeat Sami Zayn, then we possibly could get the rekindling of the Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams feud. And that is, again, something that, coming from someone who watches NXT very, very often, I want to see that feud again. I want to see what that feud is going to look like on the main roster, and I want to see what the feud is going to look like with Carmelo Hayes being the babyface and Trick Williams kind of being the heel in this scenario. Even though he is so incredibly popular, he is still kind of the heel in this. But that may change depending on whatever they want to do with Sami Zayn and whether they want to have him be a full-blown heel or they want to try having him be the full-blown babyface again, which again, I just don't think is going to work. We've been there, we've done it, we've tried it, and it didn't really work. It did for a little bit, and then they tried the whole underdog story with him, and it just got old super, super quick. Again, I understand the rumors surrounding Carmelo Hayes right now, and him possibly being away for a honeymoon trip, but at the same time, the man deserves to be on WrestleMania. Again, the work that he put in carrying that United States Championship, keeping up the tradition of the Open Challenge, putting on amazing matches week after week after week, and having interesting stories starting to build from that, like Ilya Dragunov, and all of that now is just gone. I just feel like they went about it in the just completely wrong direction. Because yes, it does set up a possible triple threat match maybe at WrestleMania, but it's not being billed that way right now. But obviously, we know that things can change in the WWE at the drop of a hat. So again, wishful thinking, we get a triple threat match. What I do think we could end up getting, most likely, is going to end up being, hopefully, Trick Williams beating Sami at WrestleMania, carrying the United States Championship, and then we end up getting the Carmelo Hayes Trick Williams feud on the main roster. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts about Sami Zayn winning the United States Championship and going on to WrestleMania to face Trick Williams are. I want to hear if you agree with the decision. Do you not agree with the decision? Let me know why you do or you don't, and let me know just your overall thoughts on this. Because again, so far, the overwhelming majority has been people do not like this decision. And I have to agree with them. Not necessarily because I absolutely despise Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn. I just don't like what they're having him do right now. And I also felt like Carmelo Hayes deserved a better ending with the United States Championship than just getting cheap-shotted by Trick Williams and getting pinned by Sami Zayn. So as always, let me know your full thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And we are also over on Instagram and TikTok. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here because it genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.